Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a scene for the living world of darkness, the changeling, the dreaming venue. This scene finds young Timmy Turner standing in a bare room, a metal door with the words "An Eiluned MUST" carved into them. And the carving is rough and ragged. It looks almost as if it was painfully carved in.
Timmy's going to head over and look at the carving itself, actually.
It looks almost as if the carving was done with somebody's claws or nails.
That was my fear. Okay. Cool beans. Split second. What do you think? I don't have my gear, otherwise I could just investigate it more and like get fingerprints and shit off of it.
I'm sorry.
Alrighty.
What do you think? Okay. How deep is the carving into it?
Couple of centimeters.
So we're not talking like Emotep carving the sentence "death is only the beginning." We're talking somebody tried to carve into it and carved it, but just gave up after a little bit.
Looks, well, more like death is the beginning.
Okay. Wonderful. Well, okay then. Obviously, I'm anointed, so I must. And he'll march right on through. By the way, before he does that, as he's walking in, he's looking at the entire door facing. Is there any other words? Door frame, door itself, that little space that is the thickness of the door.
You roll me some perception.
Straight perception or perception alertness?
Investigation.
Okay. 1 second. Standard diff, I'm assuming?
Yup.
Okay.
I see what looks like 3 successes. There is nothing else there.
Okay. Nothing else, no context clues. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Going in, shutting the door behind me, and looking on the door now. Seeing if there's anything on this side.
When you open the door, the first thing you get hit with is the smell of iron.
At this, Timmy will smile because that is a smell he is all too familiar with.
You get the smell of ash and soot.
Again, we're reminding Timmy of home. Or where Timmy became Timmy.
And you open the door, and it's your old forge.
Okay. Timmy will look around, kind of scratch his head at this. And he'll stop. He'll look at the kilns and of the accoutrement of the forge itself. Which forge is this? You have to realize Timmy has been through a total of 3 forges ever in his life. The one he currently owns, which is his freehold, the one that he spent a year in conscription with, and then the one where he worked between those 2 times?
It is the first one, but there's got a lot of homages and parts of it to the last one. These are more home than in slave camp.
Okay, cool. I was just asking because eventually, like, his enslavement board eventually became home. He became comfortable there because of Esteban.
Yeah.
But, okay. Timmy will look around. He is looking for something specific. He is looking for the tools that he would need to craft his deepest fear right now.
It is a fully set and stocked blacksmithy.
Timmy is looking for the specialty tools that he would need to create the monstrosities that he created during the war.
There are some, but you don't have enough materials and you're missing valuable parts.
Okay. Cool.
All right, so you you look around and you realize what you're missing, and next to the furnace says, carved in it is the word sacrifice.
Okay. Timmy will go take a look in it.
It is it is a forge. It is a furnace for it. And it is low on the fire. It has the embers are burning slightly.
Okay. I'm going to ask common sense because I've got like multiple things going through my head right now. Common sense is, does it want me to take my flame, essentially my brain, and put it in there?
You must sacrifice. So it's a furnace. It needs to burn something.
Okay, cool. Timmy's going to take the wood figurines and toss them in.
Okay. You toss them in, and the furnace comes to life as both of the figurines scream.
Oh God. And they're engulfed in flame at this point.
Oh yeah.
But at this point, it's very apparent that they are living things.
Yup.
Fire can't hurt fire. I am going to roll 6 dice. I am setting my own hands on fire with Prometheus Fist. Diff 5 for standard. 5 successes. I am now reaching in, grabbing. Hold on.
I'm going to give you a common sense. This challenge is a sacrifice.
I'm gonna roll willpower on this because
Okay.
at this point I really am having an Eggsy JB moment.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Timmy is letting him burn. I will say this though, with having putting his mask back on, the mask shifts immediately to a skull.
All right. And they scream and yell and then are consumed by flame. Gone. The area goes silent as their last bit of screams fade. And kind of everything stops working.
Sorry, what was that? I lost you for a second.
Screaming stops. Everything stops working. And the forge goes silent.
And behold Timmy's mask. Timmy immediately hits his knees and holds his head in his hands.
And I know the letters.
You begin to weep. And cry. And then roll me a perception and alert, or roll me a willpower, rather. All right, you can draw yourself back up because you know the test is not finished.
At this point, Timmy will look around because he has done everything he believed he needed to, but obviously he's not done yet.
All right. Roll me a perception investigation. Alrighty. You see that the next thing you see is your old design table. And
Free Timmy's own shop design table, the conscription, or the Timmy's current shop?
Current shop.
Okay. He'll make his way over to it somberly.
And carved into the table with what looks like a screwdriver
Uh-huh.
says teach, or is carved the word teach.
Teach what? Like, that's his immediate response upon reading that. Is teach what?
All right. Common sense.
Okay.
An Eiluned must teach. This is a design table.
All right.
So, something possibly important to what you have learned.
Creative specialization applies to this. However, it is not one of my craft specializations.
Okay.
Timmy is crafting or making schematics for a weatherized like suit.
Okay.
A weatherized bulletproof suit. No, fuck that. Timmy is making he is crafting design plans for a Deadpool belt. No. Timmy goes to set his pen or his quill to the parchment.
Mm-hmm.
Gets the tip of it to the parchment, smiles, and sets it down. And we'll look around and simply say, there are too many things that are garnered from this test for one particular item to be enough.
Okay. And that's what you say out loud?
Yeah.
Okay. There is no change.
Okay.
There is common sense.
Yeah.
We'll say that you have to put something down. You have to teach one thing about this. You have to convey one lesson.
Okay, cool. This is for a crafts. It is tailoring. However, I don't have tailoring, so I'm going to roll it at a diff 8.
Mm-hmm.
Timmy is like designing basically a two-way teleporter bag of holding.
Was everything?
How is that going? Now explain to me how that is relevant to the events of what you have experienced.
Because in Timmy's opinion, had he been able to get back to his shop and get the armor, one, he would have been much more easily able to handle the cold and the snow of the Krampus shit.
Mm-hmm.
Two, he would have been able to, as far as he's concerned, more easily see the traps that were dealing with the hallway where he got his arm all fucked up, and his leg. 3, the piece with the lady, Judy has a Babelfish protocol. So, on the other end of that portal, had he put his suit in there, he would have been able to get to it and handle his situation a little easier.
Okay.
Like, that is his theory.
Alrighty. Good theory. As you describe everything and put it down, the thought of it leaves your mind.
What?
It's as if you were to go to, when you're actually putting it onto paper, it's as if the idea was never there. And the book closes and locks.
Timmy will kind of run his hands over the book.
Alrighty. You feel compelled to put the book on the shelf.
Okay, cool. Gonna do that.
Okay. You are still in the book, so there has to be something else.
Okay. Well, in that case, what I'm going to do is look over it and look over the room at this point.
Alrighty. You have really just your forge left.
And Timmy will go over to the forge and look at it. I don't have the thought of the thing in my head anymore. So, okay, cool. It is February. No, it's not February in game yet.
Nope.
Shit. All my crafting rolls. No, I still have 2 weeks of crafting rolls. How do you want this handled, I guess, really is the question.
I would take a look at your personal inventory again.
Uh-huh.
See what you've got on you.
The suit.
Mm-hmm.
The phone.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And the Colt 1911. Fuck it. It qualifies as arms and armor.
What else do you have?
Listed in there?
No. What else do you have on you?
The rose.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the lightning gun on me because
Correct.
that's in the shop at this point.
Correct.
My Branchbuster skeleton is in the shop. My Enterprise E skeleton is in the shop.
Okay.
Am I missing something?
Nope. You've said it.
No.
You've said everything.
Yeah, as far as
No.
Armani Taylor suit, Samsung Galaxy S6, Colt 1911, Silver Centurion Mark I modular, lightning gun, Branchbuster armor, and wooden Enterprise E skeleton.
Nope. You also.
My coin.
You.
I have a coin that's not listed there.
Okay.
My coin that I got from William.
Give me a perception and investigation.
Okay. I don't want to.
Luana?
Oh.
Boom.
2 successes? Maybe.
Okay. You look around the anvil, and it is not a very large anvil. It's actually kind of tiny. One of the other things you need to do is you have damn it, my brain just emptied out. Oh,
So now you're Timmy?
a little bit. On the sides of the anvil, an ornate script. It almost looks like Elvish. It says,
Okay.
adapt, evolve, and overcome.
It says what?
Adapt, evolve, and overcome.
Can I get an intelligence creative roll on that? Just straight intelligence.
Yes, you can.
Because Will is horrible at riddles.
No.
Okay, so you have learned a lot. You have to take something from what you have and make it from who you were, what you've been through, and something to make you better for the future.
Okay, cool. Clearing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am forging glasses.
Glasses?
Mm-hmm. And what these glasses are going to do, we'll take knockerization. What I am forging glasses for is basically I am forging the HUD from the helmet, because honestly, I don't need Judy anymore. I don't need Judy's tactical like layouts. What I need is the quick glance shit
Okay.
that she pulls up. For example, what kind of weaponry is being used? The pick out and pinpoint traps and shit. The binocular capabilities.
Okay.
All of that shit. I don't need the AI. I just need the other shit that's involved in the HUD.
Right.
So,
Alrighty.
what? Is this just going to be contested straight rolls until I get it?
Roll me a dexterity crafts.
Dex crafts? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Arms and armor, or actually, would high tech prosthetics count?
No.
Okay. Regardless,
Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. You have, in a fit of madness, you create using the rose for the lenses and the fealty coin from William, you create yourself a set of rose tinted glasses.
okay. Timmy will take them, and he will slowly put them on, removing the Rorschach mask. As a matter of fact, throwing the Rorschach mask into the kiln.
Into the kiln?
Yep. Into
Okay.
the kiln. Or into the wherever he threw the figures.
Okay. Into the furnace.
Yep. Into the furnace, into the kiln, into the furnace, all that good shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he will slowly raise the glasses and put them on.
Okay. You, when you do that, you are transported out of the forge, and you are standing in the library.
Okay.
Donald is across from you.
Okay.
You are in the and the book is in front of you, and it is closed.
Timmy will look at Donald. Look at the book. Look back at Donald.
Mm-hmm. And he's got his hands intertwined together. Just he's looking at you.
I'm gonna roll self-control and standard diff.
So you mean willpower?
Yes, that is exactly what I meant. Thank God you understood what I was trying to say. 2 successes. Awesome.
Awesome.
For a moment, there's a look of absolute rage on his face. for just the briefest of moments
Alrighty.
before he, being in this nice Armani tailored suit,
Mm-hmm.
will kind of straighten the suit, put his hands behind his back as if standing at attention, and look at Donald.
And he's going to look at you.
Do what? Sorry.
He looks at you. I've read your grand adventure. I do have some very entertaining questions, but those are not important.
Timmy will kind of tilt his head to the side, straight-faced, and turn his head right back up again and shake his head, and we'll look at Donald. No, all questions you have are very important. However, I believe the proper use, and he'll kind of raise a hand and hold it out. Pardon me for assuming what you mean or what you intend to say, because that is not my place. You are the leash of the land. But I believe a more apt term, if I may, is a better time is needed for those questions.
Oh, I'm sure. That's why I wasn't going to ask them now.
Well, not very well.
But tell me of your experience through your eyes of the book, because the book doesn't let the reader into your head. What did you learn? How did you come to those decisions?
I came to buy them by they were needed as case by case. I needed to survive, and I needed to do exactly what needed to be done. One, not only to handle my situation, but two, anything I do is a reflection on William, and anything that I reflect badly on him is a reflection on my thoughts of him, and I regard him highly. I would have died before I quit.
And he kind of leans back, and you can tell he's reading you. What was the most important lesson you learned?
What was what?
The most important lesson you learned.
He smiles, and he'll look Donald right in the eyes. And Eiluned must. The words in that statement are more profound than I, being but a lowly knocker, have the capability of expressing.
Please. Go on. Do your best.
We are cunning. We are everywhere. We are the watcher in the wind. We are the only things that prevent absolute nightmares from coming back. And in all of this, there are many things that we are, but above all, we must be what we are. Because the rest of the Concordia needs us to be who we are, so that they can sleep at night. Because without us, who's going to protect them? The Gwydion? Please, don't make me laugh. One of the greatest men I've ever known was Gwydion, yes. And I will not discredit his memory. However, Gwydions are too hot-headed. So who? The Fiona? Who are willing to sacrifice themselves at their earliest convenience for love? Okay, a dead warrior is a useless warrior. The Bale,
You
please
say
don't
that,
make
and
me even
he,
start.
you could tell he wants to scoff when you mention House Baylor, but he maintains composure. As you know he does not particularly care for them.
Right.
And continue.
So the Scathach, for example, one might say, they were wonderful when they had their time. However, their methods are antiquated. They aren't effective at doing what we do.
And what is it that we do?
Do what? Sorry.
And what is it that we do? And he leans in,
He
and
smiles.
he is really watching you.
He smiles at this, and Timmy looks at Donald and simply nods to him. What we do is our business as far as anyone else is concerned. But between Eiluned, what we do, well, there are things that go bump in the night, and we are the ones who bump back. There are things that the other houses would rather not think about. It's our job to make sure that they don't have to. What we do is we are protectors of Concordia.
And he just kind of,
No matter how much the others, sorry, food. That's good.
It's right.
No matter how much the others may wish to demonize us based on events of people that we are not in control. They themselves, in as much as they may scoff at us for our beliefs, there are things that we handle and things that we shut down that would make the hairs on the back of their necks stand on edge. We are the protectors of the dark. We are the front. We are the first and last line of defense when the things of nightmares come.
and with that he nods. There is one more task before you.
Very well.
And he moves his hand slowly, deliberately to the side of the desk. You hear a latch and a drawer sliding open. And there is a very ornate box. We're talking dozens of successes on crafts, woodworking, and jewelry for the filigree, the ornate gems. It is magnificent, and you don't even have to ken. It radiates power.
Mm-hmm.
And he sets it in front of you, and there's a really ornate lock. And which oath? Will
The
it
oath of
betray?
fealty I already have to William.
No, it's a no. You have that is actually the oath of fealty. This will not betray that.
Okay, well then we're good. That was my only concern because I'm sitting here going, wait, I'll go blind.
Uh-huh. Because you aren't breaking fealty chains.
Right.
It's a different oath.
Okay.
This is a different oath of fealty.
Okie dokie.
And you know that the name of your liege
Mm-hmm.
is William.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay. Just for clarification. So the box sits in front of you.
Okay.
And all he says is an Eiluned must.
Timmy will nod and out of character, pull a gun and fire on into Donald every single last round he has, and then turn on the box.
Back in character.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, William. Yes. Yes. I'm back in the character of William Burgess, who turns on Count Donald and kills him. No. Timmy will nod to him and turn to the box and attempt to open it.
You go to reach for it,
Mm-hmm.
and the gears begin to spin. And that very ornate filigree around it isn't actually filigree. That's all the locking mechanism of the gears.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
And when it finishes spinning and moving and everything disjoins, it's covered in a very simple, looks like a grid pattern, but it was a lot of swirls and dashes and swooping pieces. And then there's a click as the box opens.
Okay.
Inside that box, there's a scroll.
Okay. Timmy will look at the scroll and read over it.
And he looks up. Before you open your mouth, you say the words on that page, and that's it. There's no going back.
Timmy will look at Donald and smile and kind of raise an eyebrow. And again, he will go to an attention stance. And he'll look Donald up and down. I'm going to roll perception and empathy.
Mm-hmm.
One's good enough for government work.
He is cold, calculating, meticulous.
Timmy will look at Donald and raise an eyebrow. And kind of cocky like, but not quite. There's a difference between cocky and Bond. And Timmy will almost in a bond confidence. That's what I'm looking for. Look at him and ask one question. My dear Count, after everything I've been through, do you think I would ever step back at this point?
No, it's just formality.
He'll nod. Well, thank you then, because manners maketh man. And he will smile, and he will turn to the paper, and he will open the paper, the scroll, parchment, the piece of information, and he will read it to himself once.
Mm-hmm.
Is it that thing?
Page 43.
Okay, cool.
Third oath on the page.
Yep. He will read it to himself, look up to Donald, nod, and that's what you meant by that. Okay, I get it now. And he will speak aloud. Today I pledge my loyalty to the Black and Silver through my lord William Constantine ap Eiluned. I will grant my betters the respect they have earned and work to guide those younger than I to the path of understanding and wisdom. Each day shall I strive to learn more of the world and my own heart. Sorry, I had to enlarge it. To better enrich both Eiluned and myself. Above all, I pledge to house Eiluned myself as a vassal, and I hope I may serve with honor and distinction.
And there is this strange euphoric rush that centers in your core and radiates outward, and a strange electricity builds in your body from the soles of your feet, raising up through your chakra center points before reaching your third eye and electrifying your mind. And it's almost as if it was a second chrysalis, bright, shiny, vibrant. The winds of the dreaming flow through you now. Just another whisper in your ear. And Donald looks at you and smiles. Go tend to your lord, and when you're done, I have some friends I want you to meet.
He will nod, and he will bow by your leave.
And he nods and he nods, and there's the very cordial, very polite, the I'm better than you by rank and by birth dismissive wave, but it is not rude, it is not callous, and it is not demeaning.
It's more just matter of fact, the way things are taken.
Correct.
Gotcha. So yeah, Timmy will leave. And Timmy will, upon leaving the actual sanctuary of wherever the fuck Donald's keep is.
You were in the House Eiluned library.
Okay. Timmy will leave the premises, and immediately go to William's tattoo shop.
And that's where we will call scene.
Yay! Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. As always, have a good evening.